Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Today, thanks a bunch for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Guys, if you joined yesterday, we had a beer from this brewery, Untitled Art, that was absolutely super infected. It was so infected looking that I would not drink it. I would not touch it, and the other half would not touch it. I mean, it looked like, if you ever had milk that's gone bad and you get those big chunks coming out when you're pouring the milk out, it's gone bad, almost looks like cottage cheese. That's the way that beer was, and it just looked nasty and smelled nasty. First, I mean, it was a nasty beer, and would not recommend whatsoever. But it had good ratings, so I got a bad can. Got I don't know if the whole batch was bad or whatever, but the one I poured yesterday was definitely bad. It was bad, and I wouldn't put it to my lips. It ain't worth getting sick over. This one is their chocolate raspberry Imperial Stout from Untitled Art. These guys out of Wisconsin. This is an 11%er chocolate raspberry Imperial Stout. So I'm expecting chocolate and raspberries predominantly on what this beer is going to taste like. And it says Imperial Stout with raspberry puree and milk sugar, which is lactose. It says that on the can, and that's the commercial description on Untappd. No IBUs are given. So underneath the bottom of it, it says Best Buy on this particular one, 1/23/22, which is 2 months away. So if they're giving it a year shelf life, the other one had a canned-on date. This one has a Best Buy. I don't think I've seen that from these guys. So I hope they're not going downhill. That would be sad. I'm not a fan of these Best Buy dates at all, guys. If you want to put that on there as a brewery, put the candle on date and put the Best Buy date underneath of it. So, very dark coming out. Maybe a little bit of light through, maybe a dark cola looking. And it's not pouring very much of a head. And at least we're not getting those big, super big chunks out of it like we did yesterday. I mean, that was gross. I mean, that was a gross looking beer. Alright, there we go. Maybe a finger and a half of head on there. Pretty dark beer, guys. Nice khaki colored head. Decent looking stout, no doubt. That's what it should look like. Through the nose we go. Raspberries and chocolate. And neither one seems to be overpowering. The raspberries are a little more prominent than the chocolate. So they use raspberry puree on this and milk sugar. It does have a nice, decent sweetness to it. So, but pretty one-dimensional. I mean, it's chocolate imperial raspberry or chocolate raspberry Imperial Stout. Chocolate raspberry. That's what you're going to get. I mean, that's what it is. Yeah. Just dive in. Cheers. Raspberries are off the chain, guys. I mean, in the taste, it's pure raspberry. Very nice, especially if you're a raspberry fan. You like raspberries and the taste that that produces. And the chocolate is a little undertone note to it. Nice roasted malt. Tasty beer. Fairly smooth drinking for 11%er. So please, again, drink responsibly, guys. This is a big beer. Do the right thing. I mean, I've harped on you guys for a long time about that. Drink responsibly. If you're going to drink stuff like this, have a designated driver or Uber or a taxi or something. Friend, somebody to get you home. 'cause probably one of these is enough to fail a sobriety check if you had to blow in that little meter they hand you. So, anyway, straight out of the fridge, just let it warm up, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sitting on for a while. Not much lacing is left on the glass. It's a tasty beer. I mean, it's a chocolate raspberry Imperial Stout, and that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the chocolate and raspberry. The raspberry should be in front of the chocolate because the raspberries are off the chain. I mean, it's big time raspberries, and the chocolate is there, but it's behind the raspberries. So, tasty beer for an 11%er. Alcohol is well hidden. This is definitely a sleeper, guys. Please, please drink responsibly. Don't think you can go out and have a couple of these and drive somewhere. That would be a big mistake. Final chug. The only plus I got about this is they put a Best By date on it. And they normally put a canned on date, so I don't know what's up with that. They have the means to do that, and they choose to put a Best By instead of a canned on date. Of course, I know they're in the business to sell beers, and if you put a Best By date and they're getting a year shelf life, they're going to sell more beer. So I understand why they do that, but we don't want that. We do not want that. So, stop it. Don't do it. Put a can on date and let's make the decision on when we want to drink it. Anyway, tasty beer, guys. A- for me. I'm going to give it a 92. It's tasty beer. But I wish they wouldn't go to the Best By, Best Before, or Used By, or whatever by date. Give me a canned on date. That's what I want to see. Tell me when it was put in the package and I'll make that decision. I'm a big boy. I got my big boy pants on, so you ain't got to do anything like that and Best Before or Best By or anything like that. I'll make that decision. You don't have to try to make it for me, but I know you're trying to sell more beer, so that's how that works, guys. If they give it a year shelf life and they said Best Before this, they're going to sell more of them. I understand that. I do understand that. So anyway, this is the Chocolate Raspberry Imperial Stout from Untitled Art. At least it was drinkable this time, and yesterday's beer was absolutely undrinkable. I don't think I've ever had an undrinkable beer. I've had drain pours and D's and C's, but that's the first one that I would not attempt to drink because of the way it looked and the way it poured in the beer and the way it smelled. Serious bad. Serious bad. Anyway, Beer Advocate says it's 90 in their outstanding range. I agree with that. And over to Untapped, they have it at 4.05. It's also in their A-, and I think it's an A- beer. I mean, it's a 90 beer to me, so we're in agreement. I think all three of us are in agreement. It's a 90 beer. It's an A beer. Very well done. Alcohol's well hidden, and I'm getting the raspberries and the chocolate. The raspberries were more prominent than the chocolate, though. So, if you're looking for big chocolate, no. If you're looking for big raspberries, yeah. So, with that being said, if you've had the chocolate raspberry Imperial Stout from Untitled Art, I guess it's a 2021 edition. Hard to tell with the Best By date. I would think it's a 2021 edition, but another reason to have the canned on date, so you absolutely know when it was put in that package. Untitled Art, stop it. Put the canned on date on it. Don't be stupid. Alright guys, if you've had this one, let me know what you think. To meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge. Might be a while. I'm out of beers.